Very good. Boleh. Respon. Picking apa?
Ladies and gentlemen, good morning and a warm welcome to the 37th OMSD Healthcare National Squash Championship 2022. On behalf of the organizing committee, I welcome the President of SRAM, Mr. Gerard Montero, SRAM Director, Major Maniam, our national players and fellow media representatives. Before we begin, now I would like to take the pleasure in inviting President Gerard Montero to say a few words.
Morning, players, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen. The 37th edition of the National Squash Championships will be held from the 8th till the 12th of July at the National Sports Centre here in Bukit Jalil. Last year's championships was called off due to the MCO. There's a real sense of excitement as the first senior national squash event is going to be held after a long while. This year, we've managed to attract 302 players. The blue ribbon category will be the men's and women's premier divisions. This will be accompanied by 8 other categories: men, women's divisions 1 to 3, men's divisions 4 and 5, men's over 35, over 40 and over 50. We also have the Squash 57 category, where there will be the men's open division, men's and women's over 40, men's over 50 and over 60. Fresh from very successful PSA outings in Egypt, our national player Ian Yao and 4 times national champion Ivan Yuan will be gunning for the titles in the men's premier division. The dark horses will be Shafiq Kamal and Adin Idraki. The women's premier division will feature quarter-finalists at the recent El Guna Championships, platinum event, Siva Sangari Subramaniam, along with other top performers, Aifa Azman and defending champion Rachel Arnold. Many former champions and senior players will be playing in the other various divisions. SRAM is thankful to sponsors OMSD Healthcare who have stepped forward to support the event. OMSD Healthcare also sponsors the SRAM League, which will have 300 players as well, about 300 players, playing over the next 2-3 months. Yep. In the league, in various clubs and centers around the Klang Valley, and we look forward to them having a good time. We at SRAM also would like to take the opportunity to thank the press for their support all this while, and we humbly request the media to continue assisting SRAM by publicizing and reporting these events extensively. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Gerard Montero. We can now commence with the Q&A. We have the officials and players at the high table and other players in the gallery. We can begin the Q&A session now.
All right, I'm Carl from Astro Arena. First and foremost, I would like to ask Mr. President the expectation that the fans can expect for this edition championship, especially after last year were called off, right? So what are the fans can expect? The excitement from the players, the rivalries between the premier divisions.
I think in the women's VAE division, We have the top three, Aifa, Rachel, and Sangari, back here from all their foreign exploits. Sangari has done very well, as I mentioned earlier, reaching the last 8 in the first time actually since Nicole David and the likes of Lau Wen have reached the quarterfinals of such an event. We look forward to her as doing better and the rest as well. But definitely the three of them will be in the semis and they'll be fighting it out, and I think it will be a very exciting affair. In the men's, Yao and Ivan, I guess, will be up there, probably making the finals, and we look forward to the last championships. Is a 5-setter as well, right? Ivan and Yao, was it? The last time you all played in the 2 years ago? 3 years ago, right? And I'm sure it's going to be a very close affair this time as well. And I urge all the fans out there to please come and support the players, especially during the semi-finals and the finals.
All right. Speaking of the fans, whoever intends to turn up to watch the actions, is there any procedures, SOPs?
Yes, we urge them to just do their RTK test and come with their mask in hand. Having said that, we know that a lot of people today don't really want to, given the times, would like to watch it on TV, but there's no ticket charge, and we hope that we will see them and the squash fans here this coming weekend.
All right. I just want to ask you from your personal opinion, especially like Sangaris and the other players who play abroad regularly, competitively. Do you think it's benefits for our squash scenes over the years?
Definitely. We had a void after Nicole David, but the performances from the three young ladies, as well as Yao and Ivan in the international arena, have given us lots of encouragement, and we hope that they will be able to go higher in the rankings. And of course, as they do well, local squash fans have something to look forward to, and they want to emulate. And we actually do see a rise in the numbers, hence 302 players in this event, which has not happened for the longest time, for a while. And it definitely gives a leg up to squash in Malaysia, for sure.
Okay, Mr. President, looking at the categories, we have men's over 35, 40, and 50 years old. And speaking of like young talents from state players from MSN, right? Every year there's a player to watch. So this year will be the same, I guess. 1 or 2 players from the state.
Okay, I guess this one I'll give it to Major.
Firstly, as far as the nationals are concerned, one of the biggest attraction is many of the squash enthusiasts watch the likes of Yao and Sangari on TV, doing well in the international arena. Now they have the opportunity to watch them live. So this is the thing that attracts people to the arena here, to come and watch them personally and maybe take some pictures, get some autographs signed from such great players who are doing so well. To your next question on the young players, we've got the World Junior Championships coming up. And we've just made a preliminary selection of the players. And we are looking forward to seeing how well these players will stand up against the bigger boys and girls. In the men's especially, we have Amishan Raj, Joachim Chua, Henrik Lim, Haris Daniel, Jia Rong, Loas, and these are players whom we really want to watch them in action. Likewise, in the ladies, you have Ira Azman Yang or Yi Xinping, Tanusa. These are players we want to watch in the ladies section.
Right. I shall open question for the players. We start off with the Sangari, I guess. All right. Hi. Fresh from the quarterfinals and International Open, highest level of squash. So what can the fans expect from you in terms of your gameplay?
First I'm just excited to be back home. But obviously being the top seed, there's a lot of pressure on me, I guess. There's a lot of upcoming junior players. That's Rachel and Ifa, as Sidang said. So definitely looking forward to it, but I definitely don't want to be overconfident and just want to take one match at a time.
Oh, speaking of overconfidence, like how it feels playing against someone who up and rising talent, especially in the first few rounds. I believe you got a bye from latest draw. So is it difficult to play someone who really adore you, admire you, your gameplay, who watch a lot of your videos?
Well, yeah, as I said, there will be pressure on me. When I was a junior, I went in without any pressure, so now it's all on me, and I think I just got to stay focused on what I need to do, and yeah.
Speaking of titles contenders, you up there with Rachel and Ifa as well. How do you see this rivalry continues for this latest edition?
Yeah, obviously Rachel and Ifa has been playing really well recently too, so it's never easy to play them. We're also friends off court, so I think yeah, once we step on court, it's always a different game, and for me, I just want to focus on what I need to do on court and try and get the title.
And I believe you are injury-free right now, right? And how do you rate your performance out of 10 at this particular time?
Obviously, I've been playing pretty decent, and I would say I've been performing pretty well this past few tournaments, and I can't rate myself, but I think definitely have confidence with me, so I just want to keep going and just keep pushing myself.
All right. Let me ask Yen Yao as well. Thank you, Siva. Your the Premier Division, right? For the men's category. Obviously, you like Sangari as well up there for the titles. Are you ready? To play your best gameplay ever.
Yeah. First of all, thanks to the press for covering the spot. We're really grateful for that. Yeah, I mean, for me personally, going into every tournament, I make sure that I'm at my best possible state, and I've been training really hard. So it's going to be a tough tournament for sure, and we can expect a lot of good matches coming up. But yeah, I'm fully prepared for it.
All right. For the latest edition, right? You and Ivan will be one of the favorites, especially the draw. You are at the top, and Ivan will be the closest bracket, right? 24 players. Is it expected to go to final? You guys are going to be again up title for the title. What can we expect from both of you?
I think, first of all, obviously we both seeded to make the finals, but we cannot disregard all the other players. We have a lot of good players in the setup, so we definitely cannot take this easily at all. Again, we both would like to make the final and then both do our best and try to aim for the title, but I think what the fans could probably expect this time around is with the, like Major has mentioned earlier, with our juniors coming up, I think the fans can expect the juniors to start stepping up and start challenging the seniors more. So I believe this will be an exciting event, and I personally am looking forward to the event.
You are injury-free right now? Injury-free?
Yes, I'm injury-free as well.
Okay. For this upcoming tomorrow's first round, you will be bye. You got a bye, right? So your next game will be on the 9th.
Yeah.
So you already look at the draw. Who you gonna play against?
Potentially, I will face someone who's playing a first round, so I don't want to overcommit to say who I'm playing. But I believe Amishan Raj is seeded to win that match, so I will probably play him. Obviously, he's our number 119 junior player, and he's based over in Bristol as well, so we train quite a lot together. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to it, and I hope he goes into the match without any fear of facing me. I want him to keep his best and hopefully make the match as tough as possible.
And my last question to you is, how important for you to personally to perform at this championship in order for you to gain more glory in abroad tournament?
I mean, obviously, as I said again, every tournament I go in, I prepare to do my best. And again, this tournament leading up to Commonwealth Games is really important. So I believe by doing well here, I can really push on and gain some confidence for Commonwealth Games. So yeah, like, it'll be an important week for sure.
All right, thank you. I'll ask next player, Aifa. Let's start with Aifa as well. Hello, Aifa. Thank you for your time. Are you ready for this tournament? You are injury-free as well. Always one of the favorites. Every tournaments, local tournaments.
Yes, I'm injury-free and I'm ready for the tournament. So I just came back from Egypt and I learned a lot from Egypt and it's a new experience, especially playing with borak-borak in El Guna, and it's a very different level. So I'm looking forward to playing the nationals.
As a player, right? How important for you to keep on to get this kind of matches like you just mentioned in El Guna, for you to gain more experience, more in terms of your gameplay? It helps a lot.
Yes, I think this year I started to play more bigger events, and it's really helping me to improve. And I think I'm improving, and I gain a lot of experience from traveling and playing the bigger events. So matches like this will be played with Sangari or Rachel. So I need this kind of matches more and more to get myself in higher level.
Do you see yourself with Sangari and with the defending champion Rachel in this competition yet again? Family faces in the last four maybe?
Yeah, it's tough to say. I'm just going to say that I'm going to focus every round, one match at a time. And I'm sure Rachel and Skuasy probably they're going to meet in the semi-final, and yeah, let's see who's going to win.
All right, thank you, Aifa. Let's move on to the Ivan, the defending champion 4 times in a row, I believe, with the last year tournaments call off. So obviously, seeded number 1 in the championship. How it feels to be back at this particular court competition that you're familiar with?
Okay, first of all, thanks Astro for covering this tournament. Yeah, definitely. I mean, I'm very excited, and it's gonna be very challenging this week for all of us, all the players, and I guess everyone is also exciting to come and watch as well, hopefully. And I think, yeah, I mean, everyone is, I think, more or less ready to compete in this nationals, and it's always been a great year. I mean, a great tournament for me, especially when I've won 4 times. And of course, I mean, I'm always excited to play this national championship. And thanks to the sponsor, obviously, for always, helping and also supporting us. So I think it'll be a great week this week, and hopefully everyone comes to watch it this time.
How do you motivate yourself to keep on have this like winning mentality, especially after winning 4 times, right? Winning it is one thing, to retain is another thing. So this time around, the challenges are much more uphill task for yourself.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely not easy to keep that positivity up. But as one of the oldest players here, I have to, just put in my head that I just always stay positive and go one match at a time. And like what Yao said, everyone is excited and hungry to play this tournament this time. So not to be too overconfident, just take one match at a time and slowly get there until the finals.
For this upcoming tournament, 37th edition of National Championship, is there any sentimental value for this tournament for yourself?
Yes, I'm always excited to play in this tournament, and I always do well. So hopefully I do well again this time. Yeah, thank you.
All right, I think your last message to the fans, as on behalf of the other athletes, national players as well, to cheer for the fans to come up and cheer you guys.
Yes, definitely. All of us really hope that everyone out there, all the spectators, do come and watch us play this week, and I'm very sure that it'll be very exciting and challenging, and hope to see you here. Thank you.
All right,
I just want to say one last thing to I believe this week is school holidays, and I urge the parents of all squash playing children to bring the kids and watch the event live, and as Major says, take some photos with our stars and get their autographs.
Any last word from you, Major? For the fans, for the players?
You must realize that a lot of our players are preparing for international tournaments, and the one coming up next is the Commonwealth Games, and everyone who is going to represent Malaysia in the Commonwealth Games will be playing here. So you get an opportunity to see them. Similarly, the World Junior Championships will be held, and our players will be featured. I missed Sevitra just now in the team, so there you go. They will all be playing at this event, so it's a good opportunity to come and see the young versus the old or the seniors in action, and also to see our very top players in action. So I agree with the President, urge you to come and watch the games live. Thank you.
Major, for this tournament, for the players, right, on behalf of the players, obviously it's important for the players to keep their standard high after last edition were called off. And like you just mentioned, for this upcoming tournament, it's going to be a Commonwealth with the juniors as well, right? For the players, is it like more important than ever to this tournament in order for them to keep on playing competitively at the highest level in the next 2-3 months down the road?
Absolutely. The more competition you play, the better, it prepares you for other competitions down the line. So competitions are good, and this is one of them. Another event that I missed out, which our players will be going for, is the Asian Junior Individual Championship, 15 to 19th in Pattaya, and all these players will also be playing here. So it's going to be a great tournament.
Okay, thank you. Any more questions? Okay, thank you very much to all media for attending the press conference of the 37 Honesty Healthcare National Squash Championship 2022. Before we begin, we would like to invite the media for light refreshment.